meteorologist Mark Molnar is your host for the weather show, Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into the weather. Before we do, you can send in photos and videos of weather or nature or whatnot into MeteoMark on Facebook, Weather Northeastern Facebook, WX Northeastern on Twitter, and MeteoMark.com@gmail.com. So let's get right into the weather here. West Coast, that huge ridge you've seen for a while here was breaking down big time. Portions of California will get deluge here with up to 10 to as much as 10 inches to a foot of rain likely. Back east here, we're dealing with a moderate winter storm that will pivot across the Appalachians, Virginia, Delmarva, and up into portions of Pennsylvania and New Jersey as well, maybe even as far north as Long Island. But accumulations will be widespread, 1 to 3 inches, maybe 2 to 4 inches closer to that low. Let's get right into that pattern, setting up for later in the weekend into next week. Look at this. Big trough out west developing here. You know what that means? Back east here, early spring likely. Big ridging going on. Look how far north the subtropical jet is. And following that will be very warm spring-like temperatures. Let's get right into the snowfall amounts. This takes us through Friday afternoon, Thursday night through Friday afternoon. You can see widespread 1 to 3 inch amounts. Some of those amounts towards the Pennsylvania-Maryland line. Southeastward could reach up to 4 inches, potentially closer to that low. It'll be a moderate to weak low that moves up here along the coast, but very, very weak. We're not looking for it to strengthen until it's way off of Cape Cod here. Let's get right into the surface map, starting off with your Friday TGIF. Looking across the northeast here, we're socked in with some light snow likely here, maybe even some moderate snow down towards, especially in the morning hours, DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, up towards Newark and Trenton, New Jersey, maybe even as far north as New York City here. We're looking at mainly 1 to 2 inches, maybe 3 to 4 inches here towards the Alleghenies and then back towards the Appalachians here. But you can see Saturday, that moves out. That's a distant memory. We got a warm front moving in, and this is where we start to see the warming trend for the Northeast. Take a look at this. For Sunday, temperatures really warming up here. Widespread 40s and even some 50s. Here across southern Pennsylvania. Look how far this warm front's pushing to the northeast. And look at this. For your Monday, we're getting much warmer here across the northeast. Widespread 50s and 60s, Susquehanna River Valley, eastward to the Hudson, even as far west as the Ohio River Valley. We're even eroding some of this cold air. 30s and 40s on the retreat to the northeast here. And this sets us up for a very warm week across the northeast. Spring will have sprung. In 10 seconds, I'll have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Scranton's upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and northeast Pennsylvania. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark, comments, Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark, websites MeteoMark.com and WeatherNortheastern.com. Take a look at your extended outlook here, starting with Friday through the weekend and next week. We're starting off wintry here, maybe up to an inch of snowfall across the southern tier of New York, northeast Pennsylvania. Heading on into Saturday, we start to warm up into the upper 30s, maybe a chance of an afternoon rain shower. Heading on into Sunday, Monday, look at this brilliant sunshine developing, and we're heading off towards the 50s and 64 by the time the early to middle portion of next week. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.